Taurus family, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we are looking into your weekly energy. So welcome. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday to anybody who is celebrating this week. I'm sending all the love and blessings. I hope you have a fabulous birthday, that you feel just so much love and honor for the beautiful soul that you are. We are just coming out of Mercury retrograde, which is awesome. The last week was a little intense, depending on where you're at, what situations you're going through, etc. A lot of stuff kind of came to the surface, came to head. Maybe you had some interactions, or realizations about things. The nice thing is it's over. Whoop, whoop, right? We have, it's finally done. We are having a new moon in Taurus this week, which is really exciting because it's a lot about our money, our stability, our home environment, etc., and ways we draw in that wealth and abundance into our life. So overarching, just as a heads up, be really thoughtful about that this week. Like, how are you showing up? How are you loving yourself? How are you nurturing yourself? And then therefore kind of how you're doing that with those in your environment. Using it as a tool for guidance and direction at a crossroads. This energy's been coming up a lot. It's a collective energy that we're all experiencing right now, especially with Mercury retrograde being done. It's a lot about making choices, right? The practicality behind it. Yes, listening to our intuition, gut instincts, those kind of feelings that sometimes we doubt within ourselves, etc. But also what choices you're going to make moving forward. A lot of times our choices dictate what we're going to manifest into our life. It's the law of attraction, right? And it is very simple because, excuse me, I have a hair in my mouth. It is very simple because it is just about changing our perspective. If we're complaining, if we don't like the way something is, then we have to focus on something that we do like or does make us feel good. It's about taking away energy from the people, places, and things that just piss us off. Quite frankly, messages, communication coming in. We're still in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so there might be some kind of hammering out of certain things. You might be experiencing that this week, or not really getting a lot of clarity on a perspective or on a situation is what I'm hearing with this clouds. There might be some conversation, but then it ends up making it a little bit more confusing is what I'm hearing. And that kind of goes back to what I was talking about, being really conscious and mindful, listening to your gut instincts, listening to what you really feel is true, and not what someone else is trying to convince you of. This is about you finding your own power, right, with the rider. I actually was doing this video before it got messed up, and that was the first card that popped out for you. So I love that. It's like double confirmation. Trust yourself this week. Take some time to take a step back, not get so busy, really give yourself space to breathe. Oftentimes, even just, you don't have to consciously meditate, even just taking time to be in silence or doing some reflection, that really brings us a lot of clarity, especially clarity that we don't necessarily see when things are chaotic. Starting out with the Knight of Swords, so this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is also making plans about moving forward. What are your next action steps? He's smart, he's strategic, hopefully not manipulative. Knight of Cups, so two very different energies, air and water, right? Because the Knight of Cups is going to come more from how he feels, how he thinks, what makes sense, where in his gut instincts, like we were talking about, that intuition, where the Knight of Swords is just incredibly analytical about everything. Okay, so I don't know, kind of having this relationship, this dynamic that doesn't have a lot of maturity about it, whether you just met this person or, and things are just developing, so you're not really putting a lot of attention into it, or, it was just kind of like a pleasantries is what I'm hearing with the Page of Cups. It is the Page, but Princess of Cups in this deck. So she's kind of that energy of like, yeah, I like you, yeah, let's be friends, yeah, whatever the connection is with this person, even romantically, like you have a crush or someone's caught your eye, but it's not really like rooted in anything quite yet. The High Priestess, so there is, boom, more confirmation about the importance for you this week, Taurus, of listening to what your gut instincts are telling you. 100%, yeah. And not getting too emotionally involved. I love it in this deck. It's called Art. It's that value of alchemy. Really tempering the forces within, like how and what you're listening to, where you're letting your loyalties lie. Be really conscious of that, really what we need to be doing is being loyal to ourselves. That actually helps empower not only ourselves, but those around us. So this is talking a lot about that alchemy. It's the duality in things. So you might be picking up, feeling, sensing a lot of different stuff. So that's going back to what I was talking about, the value, of really being conscious and intentional about taking time to reflect. This is all major arcana for you. So this is a big step. This is big evolution. And in this way that it's allowing you to connect to your power on a deeper level, which I love for you, Taurus. I love for you. It's great. It's something we all need to do. Trust ourselves more. Listen to the gut instincts. Kind of vetting the things that people are saying or what we're believing. I love that concept. Like when teachers will say, practice, like try it out, try to prove me wrong, right? Because it's that value of, we need to know for ourselves. A lack of communication is happening. And I think that maybe that's part of that Temperance or Art card where it's like, when we don't communicate, it's really hard. There's a lot of, unspoken messages, or we think certain things, our anxieties get the best of us, etc. The fears. Sometimes we can craft very fanciful notions of what's going on. Queen of Wands, dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we have a couple people showing up. This might be a situation where there's a few opinions involved, etc. Someone who's strong, confident, maybe a little bit fiery or harsh at times. Maybe that's why you don't really know or you don't really want to talk about things, because there's a lot of fire energy over here. It's someone who might be a little bit prideful and arrogant, but also operating out of these, so there's two more people show up. So we have Queen of Cups. So there are a lot of different perspectives involved. And everyone's kind of vibing in their own way. So when I see energies like this, it's hard to find cohesive understanding, meaning because everyone's operating out of a different viewpoint and everyone has a different perspective, it's making it hard to have harmony. And whether this person is kind of instigating that themselves. Maybe they're a little self-absorbed, or working on their empowerment in some sort of way. This is the Strength card in the traditional deck. So I just feel like there's a lot of resistance in this situation. Maybe a lot of people got involved. Maybe there's a lot of different opinions going on, and you're trying to figure out what's what, and especially what's what for you. I would really encourage you to, just take that time to step aside, really trust and listen to your gut instincts. Princess of Swords. Not allowing that communication for a period of time. Maybe just letting things rest right now with the Hermit card, because the Hermit with the Princess of Swords energy is being blocked, which means that, not taking time to really listen to your gut instincts, maybe getting too involved in, the gossip, the conversations around this situation. And it's making it really hard for, it's just causing a lot of unnecessary conflict and chaos. And it's leaving things very confusing, like we said. I almost feel like the more that things get discussed, the more confusing it becomes. And like I said, I see for you, Taurus, you're really just trying to find your way through it all. But again, there is that emphasis of really kind of going within the Hierophant. This is following higher structure, higher order, really connecting to your principles and your morals in this situation, right? So that can be hard to do, especially if there's a lot of opinions going on. There's your card right there with the Empress. This is all about you stepping into your power. So that's what overarching, even if there's a lot of drama and chaos, it's actually helping you to, rise above and align with what your beliefs are and how you feel it should be, like how you feel, like what your opinion is, what your perspective is. It's giving value and validation to that and not letting someone else do that for you, It was a painful situation. There is a lot of heartbreak. There is a lot of disappointment, maybe with how things worked out. It's interesting. I mean, think of that process of being in a fight or discord with someone. Like, it might feel really good, like getting it out while you're going through it. But then the aftermath often brings a lot of heartbreak, or just disappointment, especially if it doesn't go the way we wanted it to. But what I will say for you, Taurus, is you're standing in a way where you feel, I feel like you are actually walking your talk. And I think that that's the most important thing this week. Not getting too sucked into the hubbub. Recognizing not only that you are limitless and that we're constantly growing and evolving, but there's also limitless perspective. Everyone's going to have their point of view. Everyone's going to think a certain thing. Under that concept of the unified field, it is the belief that all is true, and I know that's a very abstract concept, but when we think about it in that way, we're removing judgment, and then we're actually a lot more comfortable and free to live out of our belief system and practices. Not one thing is right and one thing is wrong. I mean, obviously, within reason, please. So, we don't want to get, too dirty and down and dirty. But it's about moving forward. Yeah, mirrored souls. So places that, you are reflecting or someone's reflecting something back to you. Not always the most comfortable epiphanies to come into, but again, the awareness gives us the opportunity to move forward and to do it a little bit different next time around. I think there's a lot of chaos. I think there's a lot of opinions, and I think that it's going to be highest and best if you just take that time to step back and really listen to what you think and feel, Sounds easy, easier said than done, I know, but I am sending all the love and blessings as you do. I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have a fabulous birthday month if you've already celebrated or are yet to come. Thank you so much for your time and energy always. Big thumbs up if it resonated. Drop comments below. Sending all the love and blessings.